Guys, welcome back to a brand new Rams House video. Thank you so much for stopping in. These are just some of the reports coming out talking about what Jalen Ramsey has been saying about Deshaun Watson and how confident Ramsey is in him coming over to the team. Now, here is the quote of what the conversation pretty much was going on. I'm sure you've already heard this, but this is pretty much the conversation going on and what Ramsey had to say about what if Deshaun Watson's coming and where he thinks he's going to go, and he had some pretty strong opinions. Now, there's also been some Instagram posts that Watson has posted, and Ramsey goes down in his comments, say like, come on, come to LA, and they share the same manager, and so that could also explain some things why Ramsey wants to come over, but also, I think if you're Jared Goff, you got to look at this and be frustrated or maybe even take it personal, just because you see a superstar player that's on your team pretty much saying, we don't want you on the team, Goff, and we want you, Watson. And another way you guys can look at this is, Ramsey could very well be confident, because this is one of my theories that I had, and my opinion's evolving on this topic right now. And you could look several different directions, but if you look at Ramsey, you could very well make an argument that he knows what the Rams are talking about. He's been in with Sean McVay, he's been in with Les Snead. He knows the direction in which the team's going, because he pretty much has a front row seat of it, being a part of that team, and he could be almost foreshadowing, and he also could be just showing in almost a secret way that this is what the Rams are talking about. They want to trade for him, and they're going to try to trade for him, and that they don't want Goff. That's another theory that you could have. He could just be reflecting what's happening in the Rams organization currently. So that's another direction you could look at this. And I originally had looked at this just thinking that it was Ramsey being overconfident or just confident, because he's just confident on whatever he does, whether it's matching up against DeAndre Hopkins or playing DK Metcalf or playing star receivers. He's confident whatever he wants to do, and when he has an opinion, he's going to make it clear, like in Jacksonville. So he could be making just an opinion with his confidence, like he just wants Watson over and he's trying to get him over as many ways as he can, or he could be foreshadowing what the front office is doing personally. I think this trade would be very hard to pull off, just because the cap situation that the Rams have to do. There'd have to be a lot of things that would happen in order for this trade to be able to happen in the first place. So that's what could make this trade difficult. I think that if Watson wants to come over, and if Ramsey persuades him, that could definitely help a bit, because with Watson already wanting to come to the Rams, it'd be just easier to trade for him. But if Watson's just open to any team besides the Texans, that's what could make it harder, because any other teams could offer a lot more, and the Texans could take him up on that. So that's another way you got to look at it, is it possible for this to happen? I'm pretty sure that it's a mix of Ramsey just wanting him to come over because he knows what's happening with Jared Goff, and it's also just a foreshadowing of what's happening in the front office and what McVay's been saying, what Les Snead's been saying, and what Ramsey could just be telling us in a secret way. You could look at it that way, but those are just some of my reasons that I think, could Ramsey be right? Honestly, it's really hard to tell if Ramsey's right, because you gotta look at it and see if this trade would be realistic, and you gotta weigh out the options, who you trade, who you want to trade, who you don't, and is Ramsey just wanting him to come over for whatever it takes, because Watson's just that type of talent that can make it work with anybody. So you got to look at it in that so many ways, but that's just my take on what Ramsey said, because a lot of people were asking this question in my stream last night. So I just thought I'd make a video for you guys explaining my thoughts on it, and I mean, they're ever-changing thoughts because of the way this off-season's been going. You got to just look at so many things. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys stopping in. Please make sure to drop likes, subscribe, God bless, and horns up.